So let's move on to the tricky bit. Let's move on to polygamous marriages. Okay. I just want to check if we have any questions. It's a pleasure, Jazz. Thank you, Leah, for joining us. So, what happens in the case of a polygamous marriage? So far, we've dealt with monogamous marriage, but in customary law, the husband is capable of taking a second wife, for example, right? So there are two different scenarios here. Let's deal with the scenario where the husband is married in terms of customary law, even if that was before the Recognition of Customary Marriages Act. And then he wants to enter into another marriage after the commencement of the Recognition of Customary Marriages Act. So in this scenario, the husband needs to go to court and he needs to have a written contract approved by the court regulating the matrimonial property regimes of both spouses. Okay? And if that contract is approved by the court, it must be registered at the deeds office. In the case that the first marriage is one where it is in community of property or with accrual, the court will order that the matrimonial property system of that marriage is dissolved and that there is an equitable distribution of all the assets, all the property. Okay? So that when this new contract takes into effect, we start again from zero, right? So that the property that the first wife is entitled to doesn't end up going to the second wife. So we can see from the act they're trying to protect the first wife and ensure that the first wife gets the property that she is entitled to, gets the assets, especially if she is married in a community of property. We can also see from the Recognition of Customary Marriages Act that it's no longer a simple thing where the husband can simply enter into a polygamous marriage. He now needs to go to court to enter into a polygamous marriage and have that contract made a court order. Okay, the court needs to actually approve that written contract governing the matrimonial property regimes of both spouses. And the first wife needs to be joined to the proceedings. Okay, this is entirely new. I think so many people do not know about this at all. So it's operating very differently after the commencement of the Recognition of Customary Marriages Act. Lisa, are you still with me? Yeah. What happens in the case of a polygamous marriage and the contract was not approved by the court? So what the act says is it says any subsequent marriage is not null and void